Club Super Saturday in Las Vegas. Hyperlink. John Banks, JR 1:26 p.m. John Banks, JR says you are invited to MVD Dance Club Super Saturday in Las Vegas. Saturday, September 10th, 2011, 11 o'clock a.m. to 4 o'clock a.m. J&J Family Life Center, 2535 West Cheyenne, Suite 107, Las Vegas. Nevada 8903 next to Manpower. I want to go. List with 1 items. Broadcast yourself. Windows Internet Explorer window. Focus on. Contains notification bar toolbar with 1 button. Toolbar with 3 buttons. Address and search using Yahoo. Search. Editable text. http://www.
That phone ringing.
Oh, that's not the phone ringing over here though.
It isn't?
Mm-mm.
It must be on the TV then.
Not a real box.
YouTube. Broadcast yourself. Windows Internet Explorer window. Focus on. Contains notification bar toolbar with 1 button. Window minimize. YouTube. Broadcast yourself. Windows Internet Explorer.
Randy, welcome to the program.
Hi, Dr. Laura.
Hi.
I have a problem. I've listened to you for a long time, and I just want to know. I don't have a very good relationship with my mother. It's better now than it's been in the past.
Julie, welcome to the program.
Oh, hello there.
Hi.
Okay, speaking of appearance, my call is about, I have a 13-year-old daughter, and she dresses like a lot of 13-year-olds. She wears a little camisole thing that usually peeks out under a t-shirt, that sort of thing. And the other night, we were, during the hurricane, we had encouraged my mother-in-law to come from New York and get away from where the storm was supposed to be, the level 4 or whatever it was, because her daughter was coming as well. And she ended up coming and being with us, or that I don't
not let go. And so,
hello there. Okay, speaking of appearance, my call is about, I have a 13-year-old daughter, and she dresses like a lot of 13-year-olds. She wears a little camisole thing that usually peeks out under a t-shirt, that sort of thing. And the other night, we were, during the hurricane, we had encouraged my mother-in-law to come from New York and get away from where the storm was supposed to be, the level 4 or whatever it was, because her daughter was coming as well. And she ended up coming and being with us, and while she was here, she found out that her house was flooding, so she became very upset about that, obviously. During that time, we tried to play a friendly little game of cards, and during the friendly little game of cards, she commented on my daughter's camisole top, which I hadn't even noticed she was wearing before that. And she said, "That's quite a shirt you're wearing." And then she moved on to say, "You look like a slut." So, needless to say, my
13-year-old girls dressed like that do look like sluts in the day. I mean, we always distinguish. Wait a minute. I don't care where they are.
Okay.
I don't care where they are. Stop being defensive. Your mother was right. The new style of dressing young girls today is to sexualize them. That's a very sexy outfit. Camisoles are something that, in the day, were only worn by prostitutes to show off the wares. Now it's become underwear, since Madonna. Underwear has been made for outerwear. So younger mothers are buying this stuff for younger and younger girls. Your mother made a point in her day that would distinguish a good girl from one you could get. I don't consider that rude.
Okay. So you don't consider that rude?
I don't consider that rude. I consider that a reasonable assessment.
Okay. Well, if it is a reasonable assessment, then the assumption became, you just want to be her best friend. She's going to have an abortion in high school, and you don't want to say anything about it. So
that's all possible. Because the mothers who are... Yeah, that's all possible.
That's all possible. However...
Can you let me finish my sentence?
Okay, go ahead.
You go through your howevers. I don't think she was being rude. I think she was trying to teach you something from her generation.
Okay.
My 13-year-old daughter, if I had one right now, would not be dressed like that.
Okay, even in her own home?
Even in her own home.
Okay. I guess you and she would get along very well then.
Yeah,
but,
probably.
My problem became
you got defensive.
Well, actually, I didn't say anything.
You got defensive. That's a feeling inside yourself.
Yes.
Because you were being challenged as a good mother or not.
Yes.
And, yeah, okay.
But the defensiveness was that just from the assumption that she was wearing that I wanted to be her best friend, that she was in danger of getting...
Yeah, I heard all that, and I agree with your mother. Her philosophical point of view is right. The mothers who tend to be less pushing towards modesty and more permitting their young daughters to do what is the style are being less maternal, more buddies. I mean, that's, I agree with that. Yeah, pretty much. In other words, whether you agree with your mother or not, she was making no attempt to intentionally be mean. She was trying to give you a message.
But I guess the problem that I had with it was the assumption that I don't talk about it with my daughter, or that I don't...
13-year-old girls should not have her clothes discussed, they are told. And she cannot have inappropriate clothes if you don't buy them, because she doesn't have a job and her own place to live. So your daughter is taking for granted at 13 a style of showing off her body, which does lead to, every time a veil is down, you can see more. That's how I liken it to. So the permissiveness about dress and behavior and independence drops more and more veils and permits more and more out there kind of behavior. Because it's taken for granted those are the next steps. And you're married, so you've got a husband, so ask him when he was 13.
Julie's mother-in-law. That happened with Julie's parenting.
What kinds of feelings he had
Julie's
about
mother-in-law,
girls,
having on Julie's dressing, clothing, things she looked like a SLUT. Her mother-in-law went on to accuse Julie of wanting to be her daughter, a friend instead of her mother.
To camisole look. I mean, that's just a reality. So the less modest a girl is, the more the message is of sexuality.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. So your mother is telling you the truth. It's just that you're in a society in which everybody sort of just let all that go.
Lose.
And so it's kind of shocking and stunning to hear retro philosophical point of view, which has always been protective of women. Randy, welcome to the program. Almost I could be your mother, maybe. If I started real early.